Hello, Hank Podcast fans. Okay, so I have been doing a whole series of videos on using your Corvette as a lead craft, which was not a mistake, except that everything I did, getting the Corvette first, then getting the freighter, growing a bunch of crops on this Corvette, then settling down to some planetary farming, it's all been done since, well, I didn't get into Corvettes in the last couple of months, and of course they came out in September last year. It's all been done before. Not by me, so I had a good time. It really makes for a bad video since everybody knows who's followed me a little bit. I like to do things that I haven't seen people do on video games before, people haven't written about. Oh, making my fortune, my millions here, taking spare Corvette parts, putting Corvettes together and selling them. That's been done. That's probably been done sometime since January. It's April. So, and then I decided the reason I got into just Corvette specific equipment and very few crops I like to have on the Corvette, 2 crops to be exact, was because that, people had grown many crops on the Corvette before. So I wanted to keep it down to, it was because actually of making so many Corvettes that I then exchanged for another ship and sold that ship, salvaged that ship, basically selling the other Corvettes that I made. I wanted a nice, slim, straight to good functionality ship. Now this ship has been through several names. So its most recent, and one of them was, well, the current one, 6-string. Why 6-string? Because, heck, why multiple entrances, you ask? You've got all this access way, all these entrances. It isn't class cool. Oh, that's cool, because you need views of stuff when you're parked. I like it. I did an excited video about it until I realized what you need here is, I know you're gonna say the Serenity on Firefly had 1 entrance, 1 exit, and that was cool. The Millennium Falcon in Star Wars, 1 entrance, 1 exit, and it looked cool. Goes great with those universes, absolutely. But you have a problem here. You summon your ship, it lands on some terrains that aren't as flat as a starport here. And your problem is you have to jetpack into the entrance. That can be difficult because the ramp won't reach all the way down. So don't you want the best chance of getting on and off the ship easily? And of course, Jason Blaze mentioned he had seen people with entrances to their ship at the front of their ship. So I went all front and back here, 2 to the front, 2 to the back. And why not in the center? Well, first off, because you're forced to have the rear center when you build your very first Corvette. So don't tell me what I gotta do. Second off, on beautiful practicality here, you need someplace to put your shield recharger and your health recharger. Oh, and while I'm at it here, of course, I put my nutrient processor, since that can be, since there is a version of this specific to this ship, this type of ship. So we have that. We have to my right some storage containers. They can look different depending on the kind of heavy unit you have, so they're specific to this ship. Now, on to crop selection. Not cropping a picture, not cropping a video and editing. Oh, a refiner. Since refiners have a specific look depending on the hab you're using. With all the ambassador class stuff, I like having light on my ship and being able to see what I'm doing. Now on to my crop selection. Got to have a little frost wart on board because you can use frost wart to make glass. And have I been using plenty of glass? And you have to have Nip. Why do you have to have Nip? Because Nip has this great thing, thanks to the legalities. The laws sentience create, intelligent beings create, thanks to the legalities of Nip. It is legal to grow it on your ship. It is legal to grow it on a farm. It is not legal to transport it, no. So, see this as a problem. To quote the game guide from Privateer, or paraphrase the game guide from Privateer 2, The Dark. Some see this as a problem, others see it as an opportunity, or literally, an opportunity for growth. So how could I not take that? Crop growth, personal growth, it either makes me Luke Skywalker or an agent hippie, I don't know. An agent hippie who's playing space jockey. I don't know. Oh, and for those of you who are curious, I know there's graphical reasons you go to a contest to show off the Corvette, why you have to keep a part count. But I've never built anything else in a space game where I had to do the part count, but okay. For the curious who have to know, my part count is counting thrusters, which are specific Corvette part, counting reactors, counting halves, counting more thrusters, counting weapons specific to the Corvette, torpedo launchers, are tools to help your weapon to work better. Counting all that, shield parts, counting all of that, my total part count, and my very functional. I'm really going to name it something besides 6-string, but I haven't figured out what goes with. What in the fuck day goes with 4? That hasn't been done before. So, on my shoestring of budget Corvette, on my shoestring of the budget size Corvette, I have a shoestring of part count, 26 parts, baby. Oh yeah. So, that in a nutshell is everything I've been doing with Corvettes for 200 plus hours. Now, let's go to the ultimate farm. And I had a problem. I've made a farm. I've used biopaths. But there's limited ways to make signs. If you use the timber and glass structures, you can make signs. But if you use the biopath, which are kind of rounded, it's really hard to make signs with decorative lights. What do you do about this? Well, it took me, I don't even want to tell you how many hours, to all kinds of ideas, all kinds of power configurations. You name it. But I came up with signs for my part. And for those of you who say, well, we could build a plane, you gotta hide solar panels, batteries, anything that generates power. That's ugly. Oh, I like that. Welcome to Octane Utilities and Not a Lot of Fairs, folks. Now, here you have this this lake is my utility closet. And for the curious who want to do, they power their base, they built a power generator, but they built only one on my spot. I've got 5 going. For those who want to know exactly what we're still here. Oh, and to extend range if the wires got too long going to someplace, like I think I mine nitrogen and silver on this planet. Yeah, I do. So I've been using batteries as range extenders. So I've got 892 KUs and 1,045 available. With these 5, am I right on the name here? Electromagnetic generators, EGs. Most advanced power producers you can have in the game. Maybe the solar panels are better though, they're a little more portable. But I didn't want to go with that, so the rest is I had to buy product. There were lots of challenges. Whether or not much, it's just a paradise. And whether even less, I started to build my biohabs and hordes. Oh, I've been going funky. Yeah, you just got it. You got my message from this thing. Welcome to the 07 farm. Anyway, yes. I couldn't make sign, and I wanted sign. You don't need it in the day. You can fly up, check, look through, and see what crops are growing. But if you don't want to use the jetpack, how do you know where you're at? Well, I couldn't make sign because of this curved nature of the dome. So what can you do? This is the one that racked my brain, and I had to come up with an extra 110 K in power. That's the 5th power generator down below. You can put 07. Yes, this entire farm to whoever arrives is a salute to anybody who will be a traveler ever in No Man's Sky. Plus, it has the convenience of, and I did it close to this order. Every crop you can grow here in No Man's Sky, gamble, fungal cluster, frost board, so on and so forth, is in one of these biomes at 13 minutes. Because I didn't slip the door to come below, so I can get 15 crops. So, here's where you put it. And yeah, I had to get fancy. I'm getting better with electrical wiring because I play this playthrough. So, the only doors you can put is power doors that work in reverse. Power goes to the door and closes. There's no power, it's open. The reverse what do you do? I wired up these switch pads here that you have access to. Or can get at the anomaly here. Wired up the switch pads. Where are they? Use the floor switch. I'm in here, I'm on the floor switch, the door is closed. Oh, that way, I think it was Beeblebum or somebody talked about getting sucked out of buildings into storms. That way you don't have that problem. There's my cattle farm here. 51 of these left. Let's go up to the landing pad. Why the landing pad? Not just because I can, but because in case I use an arm to go big craft. It's gotta land somewhere when I come here. Or when I come here. But anyway, then I come here. So, we will start our flight up here. But our jetpack flight. And there you have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 halves because my 12 prop is right here. That's star. So you can grow 12 prop. Kind of look at the grow one of them. And I think this dead worlds will probably don't. But if you're trying to natively grow one, like on a paradise world, you only need 11 biodome halves to have 1.5 for each crop. So now I've got a little bit of everything to grow. And I've got myself my ideal CORVETTE. And I look at achievements here. I believe I've only been to 20 some odd systems. No, 36 systems. Okay. So I haven't even been to as many. I'm American, so I have not even been to as many star systems as there are states in the Union. And, which either means I'm a crazy flying astronaut, or Congress is a little bit crazy to have started with 13 states but divided and put this banana additional states, give them 50 states for our country. Seeing as so many other countries have less provinces, states, whatever you want to call them. But anyway, just couldn't resist the joke on Congress. I'm an American of my age, and jokes on Congress when I was a kid through before I was 32 were just common. Not Republicans, not Democrats. Congress. Not the delegation, not congressional delegations from parts of the country leading to the country. Congress, the whole dang institution. It's a great American tradition. Oh, before then, yeah, 07 to all to my farm, anyway. 07 Street. That's that one message. Pretty darn cool. Anyway, yes. Before Congress during our days was 13 gallons, seeing blueprints of political cartoons. The colonial legislature was perfectly a good thing to make a political joke on. So before we had Republicans and Democrats, if we met as a body, representatives to discuss issues, we did that political body. That's how it goes in America. That's how we roll on a positive side. Every nation has its negatives. That's one of our fun positives. Oh, and it's positive. Every good thing. So that's one of our fun positives as humans who call themselves Americans. Anyway, I digress. But yes, this is my deep base. Oh, let me check the pet farm. Do I have any goods to take with me? And I believe I got more than enough food. 50 food left. Somebody's been eating, but there's still 50 food. We put up 200 in there. I'm good. Oh, the next thing I gotta start doing is my ingredient container that goes with my nutrition unit processing is full. So my next thing is to do a cook up. Not really all to be cooked, but cook a few things. I cooked some fish that I caught with my auto fish catchers in the lake there. Auto fish catchers. Right over there, there's two things about the water to get through the picture. The other thing is to accommodate my supper, which I haven't eaten in my other on supper. You might have noticed it when I go there. I'm sitting over. I have used it once to go get soap myself. You know, not more than that. There it is. Need not alone. It can be hard to come by fuel for the Nautilon, so I don't use that more than I have to. Anyway, this is my base. My 07 salute to all players in the sky, to all people who travel any of these galaxies, and joking come by the farm and take some good.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
You know what? I'm going to give you the planetary coordinates for the farm, but why? I'll be in the anomaly, and it'll be listed on their teleport from time to time how to get to. I think it's Injurat. It's the name of the system. Yeah, Injurat. Okay. So if you find that, if you're looking for a little agriculture, a little farmer green jeans, for those who remember Captain Kangaroo, a little green acre, that's the show. If you're looking into that map, teleport back to the storm, talk about our speed back, riding the storm out. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the tour of my diverse and small farm and my very small Corvette 6-stroke. And that goes with the, I have been very original here on naming my ship. I'm a Foreigner fan of that band. I think they broke up, but they are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Or maybe they didn't break up, but they don't do concerts anymore, something like that. But anyway, and their song Jukebox Hero, look it up. For those of you who want to look up music from before you were born, if you're 25 or under, 35 or under, look up Jukebox Hero. There's a lyric about you bought a beat-up 6-string at a secondhand store, or the titular Jukebox Hero. So thank you. So I hope you've enjoyed my tour of my Corvette 6-string, and hope you've enjoyed just getting a first-person view. And I'll catch you in the next video. Take care now. Bye.